Well, our future today is in our own hands. After a couple of tough losses, we went on a 5-game unbeaten streak and now find ourselves 7th. That's right, very last playoff spot. We're 1 point ahead of AFC Fylde and Scunthorpe United for that very last playoff spot here in the Vanarama National League. We got 2 games coming up against 2 bottom-of-the-table opponents. Can we win both of those games, hang on to the playoff spot, and give ourselves an opportunity for promotion? I highly doubt we can, or at least I highly doubt we can get promotion. I think we can get the playoff spots, but promotion, yeah, that didn't happen today. Or next episode. Or whenever. It'll be a while before we get promoted. You get the idea. Well, welcome back, folks. Despite being depressed and sad and disheartened in the last episode, this is episode number 21, by the way, of Taskmaster F.C, our Chesham United save, trying to take them to the Premier League under the guise of Little Alex Horne and giving all of the Taskmaster contestants an opportunity to join us on our journey to the Premier League. But as I mentioned before, I was pretty sad with our last couple of games. We did have a win over Western-super-Mare, which I expected. Again, they're kind of our rivals as we've traversed up the league, so to speak. We ended up losing to Walsall. I did mention they were quite a good team despite being below us in the Vanarama National League. And then we just lost a very decent back-and-forth game against Ebbsfleet United. It was very much a tale of just back and forth and down 3-0 to start off with, come back and pull it back to 3-3, only to lose it just a few minutes after our third goal with nothing else really happening for the rest of the game. It was a little bit of a kick in the teeth, and I guess we took that and just decided to run with it. Because we won 1-0 over Oldham Athletic. We drew against Barrow. Still gave us, I would say, probably 4 or 5 points to get to the playoff spots here. And then we go at home against Dorking Wanderers, who are near the top of the table, and win 2-1. Ecstatic about that. Then we go away against Accrington Stanley and beat them 3-1. And then a solid 3-0 win over Sutton United. Our last 2 games of the season are against Chester, who are 24th, and Worthing, who are 22nd. We hold our playoff hopes in our own hands here as we have 71 points in the league here. 21 wins, 8 draws, 15 losses. Again, very good season considering where we were 2 seasons ago. But regardless, we are up here in the playoff spots. Now, certainly not guaranteeing anything over the last 2 games. We still have to execute against these teams that are lower in the league than us. If we don't win these 2 games, I don't think we're really worthy of being in this spot. These are 2 games that we absolutely must have to win in order to get ourselves into this spot here. Now, obviously, we could lose both games and still get in, but I think in order to even remotely be successful, we need to win these 2 games. From what I remember and from what I've known from sports in general, being on a good run of form towards the end of the season, especially approaching the playoffs, is something you want to be. You want to be in this type of form, and picking up 2 more wins today would put us A, in the playoff spot, and B, on a 5-game win streak, a 7-game unbeaten run into the playoffs that gives us a really good momentum in order to maybe, possibly, potentially reach promotion. I doubt it, but it's still worthy of saying so. That being said, let's go ahead and look at just sort of our squad highlights here. In terms of goals, Ursula Carlson, Judy Love, 17 goals apiece, 34-goal partnership there. Sam Campbell, certainly not to be remiss with 11 goals and 12 assists. Al Murray has been on the tally board a couple of times here, 6 goals, 10 assists. And as you kind of see here, again, it's definitely more of a committee effort. Roisin Connolly, hate to let her go, but it was time to move on. And we've put some goals in the back of the net. Unfortunately, we've also allowed some goals as well, which I'm not too terribly thrilled with. 54 goals against, not our greatest performance here. It still puts us actually surprisingly tied for second best defensive record in the league. Our offense is only put forth 67 goals, which kind of puts us mid-table here. So maybe offensively, we're just not doing what we need to be doing. Defensively, apparently we're quite sound, but again, I think it's kind of a little bit of both. I'd like to improve offensively. I'd like to improve defensively as well. I'm a real stickler for clean sheets. That's just my own personal preference, and not keeping them, I really feel like it's preventing us from being towards the top of the table. So that being said, like I said, we got 2 games today. Our first game is against Chester, and I think we're going to keep the same formation we've been doing. Obviously, it's been successful against the good teams, so hopefully it means that we're going to be successful against the teams that aren't quite as good. A little bit of rotation in the squad here. I feel like we've got a pretty good starting lineup here. A few players still need a little bit of rest just towards the end of the season. Unfortunately, the last 5 or so games of the season are kind of bunched up very similar to what they were in December. It isn't quite as bad as what they were at that point in time, but still, we really want to try to rotate the squad as much as possible. Make sure we have some fresh legs out there. Unfortunately, Daisy May Cooper, Fern Brady, Rod Gilbert, Ursula Carlson, all a little bit fatigued, but I think a win today really puts us in the driving seat for the playoffs. So that being said, we're going to start with Moan Rizwan in goal. Defensively, Fern Brady, Cooper, David Correos, and Karen O'Leary. Rod Gilbert, Jenny Tien, Sophie Duker, Sam Campbell, Ursula Carlson, and Judy Love up top. Definitely has an Antipodean feel to our lineup here when we take a look at Correos and Karen O'Leary, all from Taskmaster New Zealand, Jenny Tien from Taskmaster Australia, and then you've also got Ursula Carlson up here from Taskmaster New Zealand as well. Sam Campbell in Taskmaster UK, but is an Aussie at heart as well. So definitely an Antipodean feel to this team. Hopefully that will take us to the top of the table rather than the bottom. Antipodes, like the bottom of the earth, that type of thing. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go to this match. And like I said, hopefully we get a big old victory today. So this is a match we absolutely have to be winning today. I mean, we're first in the table in terms of recent standings. Chester in 24th place. You've got to show up today. This is not an excuse for anything. If you're going to show up for any game, today is the day you have to show up. No excuses, nothing. Show up, win this game, and let's move on. Because we should not be losing to a team that is 24th in the league, that has accumulated the least number of points, that is going to be relegated. We have to win today. So let's make it happen. And 20 minutes in, absolutely nothing has happened so far, other than the fact that we do have a corner, Tien, to Love, who heads it over the top of the net. I hope it's not one of those games, because I will tell you, we've had so many of those games this year where we have had plenty of opportunities and yet just cannot execute. They get one opportunity and end up winning the game off of it. And it's inherently frustrating that we can't do anything defensively to prevent that kind of stuff from happening. And it looks like Chester are going to end up with the corner here. And hopefully we can defend this well. We cannot. It's been that way all season. I have to improve the defense. I know we haven't allowed that many goals, but the goals we've allowed have just been free headers in the box. Prevent those from happening, we're fine. Or stupid, silly little mistakes that we've made. If we don't make those types of mistakes, we're fine. We've done nothing today. And very frustrating that we've just decided not to show up today. We should be in the lead here. Chester now, goal kick line deep, unfortunately goes to nobody. Chester ended up getting the ball in the midfield. Hits the crossbar. Rizwan not prepared for that at all. And again, a very poor first half performance so far. Header into the box. Young tries to clear. Campbell's just, oh my God. I mean, you're not going to get a more wide open goal than that. Settle the ball down and just kick the ball into the back of the net. Don't just lightly head it towards it. And again, another wasted opportunity. And now Chester are going to score because we can't play defense to save our freaking lives. And we're going to lose to the 24th team in the table. I'm very rarely at a loss for words, but this season has been so bad. So bad. Especially when this is a game we should be winning by far. And we have done nothing today. Our offense has done nothing. Ursula Carlson's decided not to show up today. Judy Love's at least had an offensive opportunity. Let's get some substitutions on because I'm not dealing with this today. I'm not dealing with mediocrity. If you don't want to win, I don't understand what else I'm supposed to do. Sorry. I know, I get frustrated when I don't win. And I'm just tired of people playing poorly. Demand more. Do more. Yeah, they're in a strong position to win this match because we've done nothing with the ball. Whitcomb now intercepts. Gets the ball down the right-hand side. Is he going to do anything with it? Or is he immediately going to turn the ball over? Into the box, and of course, it's missed. Because we create so many opportunities that we do not execute with. I just think we need to really just refresh the team. I don't think we need a complete rebuild, but man, we need something to happen. Because this is completely unacceptable. Losing is not acceptable. A draw, I mean, I think it still keeps us in contention. But you've just not been good today at all. And I don't know what else to do. Ursula Carlson, again, has decided just, I'm not going to show up. I don't want to play today. We'll get Whitcomb up top because at least Whitcomb can probably score some goals. I don't know. But I don't understand how with two strikers you don't do anything with the ball. We have an offensive opportunity here. Fern Brady throws the ball in. Gelbert back to Brady. Gets it back to Adefope. Adefope to Fern Brady. Gets it to Tien. Gelbert working the ball nice to the midfield. I don't know why we're taking that shot at all. Work the ball into the box is what we're supposed to be doing. Not taking shots from 40 yards out. And it frustrates me when people can't follow directions. I've worked in education long enough. It isn't that hard. Read the step, do the step. Follow directions. There you go. Juan Rizwan actually doing what I asked him to do, which is work the ball out of the back. Campbell now fires a shot again off of the post. Can't find the back of the net because he won't take 2 steps forward to actually get the ball into the box. Nobody's following any directions. I'll fire up. I don't know if that's going to do anything. We've got 10 minutes left in the game. We're going to lose to the last place team here. This is either the third or fourth time we've hit the post this game. This is exactly... It's our MO. It's exactly what we've been doing this entire game. We're going to hit the post again. Oh my God, we scored. Probably offsides. No, it actually counts. Hey, look at that. We're drawing despite being absolutely poor today. No less than I think what we deserve. We deserve far more than that, especially with the number of posts that we've hit. Good ball in. 29 keeps him onside. Her onside, sorry. Sophie Duker scores. It's 1-1. We'll take a draw considering how we started this game, but I'm going to tell you, I would rip a new one to this team. And whether or not we're in the playoff spot or not, it's going to be a very different story towards the end of this game because a draw, we had 2 teams that were behind us that were right on our tail, just 1 point behind. So any of them win, they displace our spot here. I mean, yeah, I'm disappointed. It's not like it does any good. I'm learning. And again, we're now on the outside looking in. So we have to win our next game to even give ourselves a chance. I can't believe we drew against Chester. Negative 43 goal difference, 30 points. Not even close where they need to be. Worthing are a better team than them. And we drew. At least we're at home. So that gives us something to kind of look forward to. Hopefully we get to win this next game and potentially give ourselves an opportunity in the playoffs. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'll give you a moment. Give me a moment to work ahead. I got 5 days to work through, and I'll be with you here just a couple moments. All right, folks, let's go ahead and finish this out. Are we worthy of beating Worthing? Yes, I spent a good 5 minutes trying to come up with that, and that is the best I could come up with. What I would like to see us go up with is points in the standings. Because currently everybody's pretty much bunched up here. I mean, if you look at it, we could finish anywhere between 5th and 10th, and any one of these teams, any one of these 6 teams, can still make their way into the playoffs. There's 3 spots that are available and 6 teams that are vying for it. So Woking, AFC Filed, and Dorking Wanderers, they all are in the playoff spots currently on 74 and 73 points respectively. We have 72 points, so 1 point back of Dorking and Filed, 2 points back of Woking. And then kind of on the outside looking in here, Filed and Dorking are going to have to lose, and Scunthorpe and Kidderminster are going to have to win to even give themselves an opportunity to get up to this point. There's some goal differences that we need to take into consideration. It is going to be a very exciting end of the season. So if you're one of those neutrals that's watching this at home, man, this could be a very, very exciting way to go through and end the season. Let's go ahead and dip into the tactical meeting here and see what kind of changes we need to make. I'm going to keep the back line as it is. I think Correos is going to come out. Let's go ahead and get Adefope in there. Yeah, all right, fine. Tien needs a rest, but Beckett looks good. Campbell needs a rest, but Murray looks good. And then really, do I really want to keep that 2 up top? They have not done much for us. Ursula Carlson has been garbage lately. Yikes. You know what? I'm going to change. This goes against every fiber in my body, is to make this change. It doesn't even want me to make the change. Okay, there we go. Judy Love. Let's get you on a poacher. And then Ursula Carlson. Who can I get to replace you? Sam Campbell looks like he needs a rest. Duker. Either way, I'm going to have to play Campbell. It's okay. It's okay. We have some substitutions here. Anybody else? I'm going to put Carlson on the bench. Let's get Will Anderson off here. Okay. I think this is it. I think this is the team that I want to bring out here. Now, do I really want to change our mentality? I feel like I'm changing too much off of just one game, but we're at home. You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to stick with this. And you know what? Balanced. We can always make changes if we need to. All right. So we're going to basically have a very similar starting lineup here. I did move a couple of players around. I did put Adefope back here and took out Correos. I went ahead and switched out Jenny Tien. I think I put on the bench for Beckett. And then Al Murray is going to be an attacking midfielder. And then instead of 2 at the top, I went ahead and went with attacking midfielder, put Sam Campbell there, and Judy Love is going to be our poacher up top. So hopefully this keeps us in the playoffs, gets us into the playoffs. We're not in the playoffs at the moment. But this is it. And even if we don't win, I'm trying to set myself up for not as much disappointment if we aren't successful today. But the reality is if we don't win, we're not successful. This has still been a decent season. I know I've been frustrated. I know I've been angry. I've been upset. I've been not maybe the best in terms of my positive mentality, but the reality is we've had 2 consecutive promotions and we're on the cusp of the playoffs in this 3rd season. So I really don't think we have a lot to complain about in terms of what we've been doing here. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually change this to the league table just to give us an idea of where we are and what we need to do. I mean, long story short, we need a win. A draw might get us in on goal difference on that very last spot, but a win is what we really need here in order to ensure ourselves any sort of opportunity to make it to the playoffs today. Walsall up 2-0 over Scunthorpe United. I don't think that has any impact on us whatsoever. Other than Scunthorpe are fighting it out for that last spot. Kidderminster appear to be in the lead here with 73 points. They were on 70. We haven't done anything this game at all. And it is, we get an opportunity. Fern Brady here with a throw in to Duker. Duker back to Brady. Can we get a goal here? Can we get a strike here to push us into the playoff spot? Beckett over to O'Leary. O'Leary in the box to Judy Love, who scores. And it is 1-0 to Chesham United on the cusp of halftime. And that is going to push us into the playoff spots. Now, can we keep the lead as we go through and finish up the first half and through the second half here? O'Leary with a great ball. Love just separates from the defender and beats the Worthing goalkeeper. It is 1-0. We're going to head into halftime with that lead, and I don't know if I want to look at the standings at this point in time. We're definitely doing well. We can take charge. Karen O'Leary has been playing really well. Our offense has been playing really well. Defense and midfielders have been doing what they need to do to give us an opportunity to win this game. So let's go ahead and start the second half here and hope that we can keep up this good run of performance. Al Murray, get a goal here, and we are sitting pretty. Al Murray with the corner. Adefope just over the top of the net. And that'll be a goal kick to Worthing. That could have been 2-0, and that could have really set us up for success. I think we will go for set pieces here. Sam Campbell looks tired. I'm going to give it like 7 more minutes to keep Campbell in there. I know he's tired. I know he needs rest, but we are currently in 6th place in the playoff spots. Oh, this could be something else. All right, we'll give this opportunity here. Fern Brady with the throw in to Cooper. Cooper's going to get it back to Beckett. Back to Cooper, who's going to kind of go around. Adefope unfortunately misses the pass, but ends up retaining possession here. Gets the ball to Murray, who immediately turns the ball over to Worthing, and Worthing now have an opportunity, and Juan Rizwan with an excellent save to keep it 1-0. That is the type of save you need from a keeper when you are trying to get into the promotion spot. Sam Campbell here. We don't really have a lot of options here. Let's get Rod Gelbert up there. Still got a little bit left, and let's get Tien in midfield here. Defensively, I think we're doing fine. Our wingers here not doing great. Al Murray. Let's go ahead and bring in Whitcomb, because I know Whitcomb can be a game changer here. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the 70-minute mark. I will go ahead and, once we get there, change to some time killing here. Tien with the ball in and slide tackle, but Duker ends up getting the back tries to get it across and to Stint. Whitcomb actually takes it from Stint, who and it looks like the penalty's been awarded. I did not realize that Brindley Stint was playing for Worthing, and Stint may have caused the penalty that sends us into the playoffs if Duker can score here, and it's saved. The last 4 penalties, I kid you not, have been saved. We have no penalty takers on this team, and if that costs us the playoffs, I am throwing this PC right out the window. I'm going to go ahead and put on killing time. I cannot believe we do not have anybody on this team who is capable of taking a penalty successfully. And that, imagine the points that have been lost as a result of that. I'm going to confirm those changes. Let's kill some time. We've got 20 minutes left in this game. We're still up 1-0. We're still in the driving seat. All we have to do is just keep a clean sheet here. A second goal would have been lovely, but unfortunately, we cannot score a penalty to save our life. Out of Fope to Love. It just looks like, it looks like it. Judy Love with the handball. I saw a handball. I didn't know who it was against, but that ended up being against us at Chesham United, and we're down to 7th position here. So if we look at the standings, we're still in the driver's seat here. If we end up with a draw, we drop 2 points, and our goal difference is not good enough. So we have to keep winning this game. We have 12 minutes left in this game. It's still 1-0, and I'm tempted to make a substitution here. Tien with the corner. Get something in the back of the net, please. Adefope, back to Tien. Tien in the box to Whitcomb. Whitcomb over the top of the net. Cannot score. Defensively, do I want to make a change? They've been playing well. Cooper with the yellow card. Adefope, I can put in Correos. I don't want to see a red card here. Do I make the change? I make the change. And that's it. My hands are free from the controls. This game is going to end how it's going to end. Worthing now. Karen O'Leary takes the ball, gets it to Adefope. Adefope to Beckett. Beckett chucks the ball forward, finds Judy Love. Rod Gelbert's going to take the ball up to the midfield to Whitcomb on the right-hand side. Cuts in. He looks. He shoots, and it's a good save by the Worthing keeper. Again, we cannot find the back of the net despite being in total control of this game. And now with 5 minutes left in regulation, Tien with the corner. I'm going to try to find a header. Look for the back post there. Wide open on the back post. Cannot get anybody back to Tien, and the highlight ends. We have 3 minutes left before stoppage time here. 3 minutes in stoppage time. Can we make it to the playoffs? We've dominated this game. A goal now would be devastating, but we've done it. I think we've done it. I say we've done it. I don't know. Let's go to the dressing room. We got the result that we wanted. Are we in the playoffs? Whoa. We squeaked it out. And how ironic would it have been had Brindley Stint... Brindley Stint obviously gave away that penalty. How ironic would it have been if that had given us a 2-goal lead? And you look at kind of the results at the end of the season, filed with a 1-1 draw. Put them back. Woking ended up winning. Dorking Wanderers ended up winning against Barnet, interestingly enough, which means that Halifax Town actually takes the league. And then Kidderminster. I missed them somewhere. Oh, they won 4-1. Okay, so everybody kind of won except for Filed. Filed was the one that dropped points, and Filed was the one that dropped out of the playoff spot. So, that's going to be interesting. We draw Accrington Stanley in the first playoff round. How exciting. Karen O'Leary shines. That assist was magnificent. So we're going to play Accrington Stanley in 4 days. Away at, where are they playing? Wham Stadium. Interesting. Wham. That's an 80s reference that most people will not remember. Regardless, I'm going to bring you back for that match. And then hopefully another match. And then hopefully the final. We'll just have to wait and see. But hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more Taskmaster FC content as we try to take Chesham United all the way to the Premier League. Thank you so much. We will see you very soon for our game against Accrington Stanley. Bye, everyone.